sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page, been in Lend Injury Attorneys. Jeff Kaufman will be here next hour, by the way, with his weekly free advice session. If you got something for him, you can text those questions over. But we're talking Sports Page now with the dog. What's happening, brother?
What's happening? My Panthers are happening. That's what's going on. They now lead the Bruins 3-1 in the series. They win the game last night. Of course, the Bruins are whining about the goalie interference and all of this stuff. But Florida wins the game 3-2. They take a 3-1 lead in that series. They're also whining about game 3, where they say one of our players, Sam Bennett, punched Brad Marchand out of the playoffs. And come on. This is hockey.
Yeah. Here's an idea, Bruins fans and Bruins. Don't give up 3 unanswered goals.
Right.
I mean, come on.
And it's hockey.
Yeah.
You're supposed to play tough.
Yep.
This isn't figure skating out there.
Yeah, this is not the NBA where people are flopping, Andrew
Marchand, he flopped when the Sam Bennett hit him. I'll tell you that. He wasn't flopping, though. He got knocked on his what.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Vancouver 4-3 over Edmonton. Vancouver up 2-1 in that series now, doggy.
And what about the Solar Bears desk?
Solar Bears desk is, I think it's closing up for the season.
Solar Bears desk is a little bit upset right now, but it's going to be all right. Next year, hey, we were strong this year, Bears fans, and next year we're going to be just as strong.
2-1 in overtime Saturday night. They're eliminated 4-1 by the Everblades.
There you have it. NASCAR Brad Keselowski, he ends a 3-year winless streak. He wins at Darlington over the weekend or yesterday, so good for Brad Keselowski. He is the co-owner of his race team. He hasn't won since he became the co-owner of that race team. Rory McIlroy wins the Wells Fargo signature event for the 4th straight time. He beats Xander Schauffele by 5 strokes over the weekend, wins a bunch of money. Of course, we have the PGA Championship coming up this week, so we have a major coming up.
I tell you what, Rory, that's his first win in quite some time, so good for him on Mother's Day, and he really, respects and loves the hell out of his mom.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
His speech was pretty good,
Did you shoot a little tear there, Taco?
Not at all, no.
All right.
Orlando City gets up off the schneid. Man, they barely beat the Philadelphia Union 3-2 Saturday night. Pedro Gallese, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they had a penalty kick, Philadelphia, and Pedro Gallese, the goalie, makes the stop to preserve the victory in the 88th minute.
Yeah, so, right at the end of the regulation, right?
Yeah. Orlando Pride, they keep winning. They've won 6 in a row now. They're atop the NWSL standings. They win 1-0 at home over Bay FC Saturday night. So the Pride keep winning. NBA, don't look now, but your defending champion Denver Nuggets, whoa, they are back in this series. They dropped the first 2 games at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now they've won the next 2 on the road. They win last night, 115-107. That series is now tied 2-2. And hey, everybody keeps trying to anoint like Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves and some of these other young guns as the new face of the NBA. The face of the NBA is Nikola Jokic. This guy's won 3 MVPs in the last 4 years. He led the Nuggets to the championship last year, and he was unbelievable again yesterday. Also, Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets, former Magic player, hits 11 of 12 shots, scores 27 points in that game last night. So good for Aaron Gordon. The Pacers routed the weary Knicks yesterday, 121-89. The Pacers led that game by 43 points.
They should have been called the Pacers yesterday because they sure as hell did that to the Knicks.
Yeah. The Knicks are just too injured and too thin to keep up with the Pacers. I think the Pacers are going to win this in 6 now, even though the Knicks jumped out to an early lead in this series. Saturday night, the Celtics take a 2-1 lead in their series against Cleveland. They beat the Cavaliers at home 106-93, so they take control of that series. They steal home court advantage back, and then the Dallas Mavericks take a 2-1 lead over top-seeded Oklahoma City in the West, 105-101. Luka Doncic playing hurt, but he's playing. He scored 22 points, had 15 rebounds, even though he's got a bum knee, a bum ankle, and he took a hard fall on his back as well. If Kawhi Leonard had the ability to play hurt and play through pain like Luka Doncic, the Clippers would still be playing in the playoffs. Yeah. All right. NBA lottery was yesterday. You know what the good news was? The Magic weren't in it. So that was the good news. The Atlanta Hawks, though, 3% chance of winning the lottery, and they won it. They won it yesterday. They don't know who they're going to pick because there's no clear-cut choice for number one. But the Hawks, who finished with the 10th seed, even made the play-in, they win the number one pick in the lottery. So
I know Caitlin was already on a team, but they should have picked her. She's that good. She'd show the boys what's up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, by the way, did you guys watch any? I actually watched some of this baseball game on Saturday. The Pittsburgh Pirates rookie pitcher, Paul Skeens. Have you heard about this guy? Comes from LSU. He's like the best pitcher to come along in years. He was just he was through the fastball 100 miles per hour, over 117 times in the game. This guy, you got to go watch some of the highlights of this guy. Jeez. I mean, he's the real deal. And the Pirates actually won the game despite the bullpen. After he went out of the game, the Skeens went out of the game. The Pirates bullpen, 6 bases loaded walks.
Oh, that Cubs game. I saw that was kind of bizarre, that whole sequence there.
So, yeah. So, Pirates did end up beating the Cubs, though.
All right. Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, host of Open Mic on AM 740 and FM 96.9, the game on adjacent to us each weekday morning. He takes a few minutes out of his show to join us here for the sports page on JRR, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
That's right. You can listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Coppin every Saturday morning, 7:30, FM 96.9, the game. You can catch extended versions by searching for Under Oath with Jeff Coppin on your favorite streaming platform. Oh, oh!
Lynch and Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.
From the Bogan